Okay, I should be live. I don't know how the audio sounds. This is the first time actually streaming on Linux ever. And I had to get a lot of things updated. I got a lot of things set up. I had to go and download a bunch of third-party tools like this. This is really good. This is the closest thing I could find to mimicking Task Manager. So we have the Task Manager type thing for Linux here, showing the CPU, the RAM, the GPU, the second GPU, and the other thing that it shows is like the fan. It's got fan speeds. That's pretty cool. Shows temperatures. Pretty good stuff. So, this is Linux. This is gaming on Linux. The ultimate gaming experience on Linux. This is Ubuntu. And I don't know, so far I haven't had any problems with getting things set up. Everything was pretty straightforward. I did do an update from, so when I fired up this computer, I was running Ubuntu LTS 22.04.2 or 3. And I had to first update to .5 before it would let me update to LTS 24. And I was reading online and most people were like, well, you should probably do a full clean install, like a fresh install, because upgrading from an older release to a newer release has the potential for problems. But I didn't do that. I did the update. Everything went mostly smoothly. There was some problem with GNOME, something when I would reboot the computer. It would give me this error message that something about GNOME something, the container thing or whatever, it was messed up. So I had to Google how to fix that. I found a Reddit post, someone was saying like do apt, sudo apt updates, sudo apt, some command refresh something. And so far, that seems to have fixed it. So far, everything has gone smoothly, other than that one thing. So we are running LTS 24. This is regular Ubuntu, so this is kind of like your normal, generic Linux. And so far, I personally don't see the need to change to a different distro, because everything seems to be working. I tested a whole bunch of, well, not a whole bunch, but I tested some games. We're going to look at some of these games. And, this is basically the Linux computer. So just to kind of show people, the CPU is an AMD Ryzen Threadripper. So this is like the old school Threadripper, you know, with the old logo. Ryzen Threadripper, there it is. The original box packaging for the X399. I forgot what this socket was called. I guess TSP3 or 4 or something. And it's the original Threadripper Zen Plus 2950X. This is Zen Plus architecture, 16 cores, 32 threads. This is actually the very first 16-core, 32-thread CPU that I ever got back in like late 2018. So this is one of my older computers. And it's not eligible for official Windows 11 support, so I figured, okay, I'll just install Linux on it. So I turned to my Linux computer, but you can see 16-core, 32-thread is still pretty good. And one thing I noticed, Linux really uses the CPU more so than Windows in certain ways. I think in some ways Linux's scheduler is either worse or better than the Windows scheduler, in the sense that I noticed the CPU, you guys can see right here, oftentimes a lot of the cores are doing some kind of work. So there's no concept, as to my knowledge, there's no concept of core parking on Linux, at least not on Ubuntu. So all the cores always seem to have something to do. So my CPU tends to run warm. This is a 180 watt TDP Ryzen Threadripper on an air cooler. You guys can see we're using a standard Noctua air cooler for this Threadripper CPU. You can kind of see this is it. So I am actually not running the 6950 XT. This is actually a Sapphire Nitro 6900 XT plus a AMD 6900 XT reference card underneath it. So we've got dual 6900 XTs. We're actually using the Radeon reference card. That's the one that the monitors are plugged into. So that's the one that is actually doing all the work. The Sapphire card is literally sitting there doing... Actually, that's not true. The Sapphire card is doing work. It's actually rendering the live stream. The cool thing about Linux, this is one thing that surprised me with Linux, is OBS on Linux allows you to select, if you have two graphics cards that are of the same brand, the Linux version of OBS lets you select from either of them for the encoder. So it defaulted to the top GPU, which is the Sapphire GPU. But the games are defaulting to the second, the lower GPU, because I've actually plugged my 3 monitors into the lower GPU. So the Radeon GPU, the AMD card, is actually the one doing all the game rendering. So that one shows up as GPU 0, you can see here. And I like how it shows video encode, decode utilization is not being used. But if you look on the second GPU, this is the Sapphire GPU. The Sapphire GPU is actually doing the encoding of the live stream. And I can select one or the other in OBS. That's very nice. I don't understand why the Windows version of OBS does not have that. Because that is the reason why when I run OBS on Windows, I end up having to mix different vendor brands. Like I have to do an AMD plus an NVIDIA, or an AMD plus an Intel, or whatever. So, or use the integrated graphics. One thing I did notice, actually never mind, I just realized Threadripper doesn't have integrated graphics, so that's why there's no integrated graphics. So we got dual 6900 XTs, they both have 16 gigabytes of VRAM. And we have 128 gigabytes of DDR4 running at 2933. So one thing, Linux reports the speed at the actual speed of the RAM. So 1467 times 2, that's how you get your 2933. So it's actually 2933. You can see 8 DIMMs. We're running 8 DIMMs, 8 memory sticks. This is equivalent to 4 memory sticks on DDR5. So DDR4, I like how it tells me DDR4, DIMM, form factor. This is a really good app for Linux. This app that I found really good. It's like the closest thing I found to mimicking Task Manager from Windows, because that was one of my biggest complaints. System Monitor in Linux doesn't show me enough granular detail. In particular, it doesn't show me the GPU stuff. So that is the setup that we're using. So far, I actually really like this Linux setup that I've got. Actually, we'll just go ahead and get rid of this. CPU tends to run warm though in Linux. It does kind of need an AIO. Did it put my game controller to sleep? It was on before. There we go. Okay, and you know what? It's kind of plug and play. So I'm just using my regular Xbox Series X controller in here, and it seems to be working fine. 4K. Frame rate limit 120 FPS. Graphics. It went to medium? Hold up. Let's go to high, I guess. Alright, let's see how this works. Let's see how this works on Linux. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. It runs good. Yeah, it's running good. 100 frames per second. Look at that. I can't believe this. I'm gaming on Linux and it's running this good on RDNA 2. This is a 4K output. Is this native 4K? I think this is native. Yeah, 4K. I don't think we have an upscaler on this game. 100% resolution scale. Yeah, it doesn't look like it has any, Look at that. Wow. Yeah, I was doing some encoder tests this afternoon. I was watching the Final Fantasy, day 2 of the Final Fantasy 14 Fan Fest, and I was testing. So there is one weird problem that I ran into with OBS on, at least on this version of Linux with this driver version that's in the kernel, and that is HEVC. HEVC recorded footage. So real time, it looks okay. But recorded footage of HEVC does not come out right. There's green artifact, there's tiling, sometimes it looks fine, and then there's like parts where it like gets choppy. I don't know what that is. As a result, we are streaming in old school H.264. So this is what H.264, this is legacy, like this is Twitch style streaming basically. Because I could use HEVC, but then my local recording will not look good if I want to edit it in post. So I'm actually just recording and streaming in H.264 or standard AVC, which is unfortunate because RDNA 2 doesn't look very good with H.264. RDNA 2 does well in HEVC, so I really wish I could have used that, but the local record would be messed up. So I don't know what what's causing that. I don't know if that's like a licensing problem with Linux and HEVC, because you guys remember H.265 is using a license style. You have to have the license in order for it to work, so maybe there's some kind of license mismatch problem, and that's probably what it is, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to waste too much time troubleshooting that, so I just switched over to Legacy AVC, and this is the result. So, but anyway, okay, so this is a Falcom game. This is using a custom engine that Falcom made. Seems like Proton runs it really, really well. VKD3D translation has more issues on Linux than DXVK for the most part. We are using, I'm pretty sure I'm using VKD3D. Let me see, how do I find out what I'm actually using?
Well,
where's Steam? Okay, hold on. Where is it? It is... All I know is that I click on compatibility, and Steam defaulted to something called Proton Experimental. I had to change that to Proton Hotfix because Crimson Desert literally crashed the entire computer until I switched it over to Proton Hotfix. So we will be testing Crimson Desert in a little bit, and it does work with Proton Hotfix on this version. VKD3D is DX12. Well, I don't know how to tell what I'm using. All I know is that almost every single game that I installed, when I tried to run the game, it had to do, like Steam had this little pop-up window that said Vulkan shaders compiling, and it was having to do a lot of shader compiling. There was a lot of shader compiling. Thankfully, even though this Threadripper is old, this Threadripper has 32 threads, man. 32 threads. Even though it's old, it's doing good. So it wasn't, I didn't have to wait too long for shader compiling. Vulkan shader compiling, and then the in-game shader compile. The in-game shader compile was really fast. The Vulkan shader compile was quite long for some games. How do I forgot what the button was for auto. There it is, auto off. How do I auto on? Everyone uses... I don't know what Mango HUD is. Yeah, but I can get those things running on here, right? It's not like you can't use those on Ubuntu. I just feel like with Ubuntu, it's the most generic one, so it's like it's very easy to find the answer online if I'm using Ubuntu. At least that's what it seems like. It never seems to take that long for me to figure out the answer on how to do something. If I go to one of those other distros, I don't know what the support's like on them. One thing I do notice, Linux is very different from Windows when it comes to running the games. Although this is Threadripper, and this is the old Threadripper, so maybe... I don't know, I don't see it doing... There's no core parking. I can tell you that right now. You can see even on the Steam, the upper overlay, it's showing all the cores are doing stuff. And that's not necessarily good. Wait, how did we get up to the second floor? Oh, because of this? If you use Pika OS, anything that works for Ubuntu should work on it. Is there a newer version of Ubuntu that's newer than 24? I was on 22. I was on 22 LTS, and now I'm on 24 LTS. I had to do a lot of updates. I basically spent the whole afternoon setting this up to prepare for this. It's like a lot of work. It wasn't hard though. It's like it wasn't hard to get anything working. It was just a lot of steps to go and wait around. The most annoying part of it was downloading the Steam games. That took so long because this old motherboard maxes out at 1 gig on the Ethernet on the back of the board. I was so tempted to shut off the computer and install a 10 gigabit NIC so I could download the games faster. But then I realized, wait a minute, I got 2 GPUs in here and the second GPU is covering up the other PCIe slots. So I just kind of gave up. That's the problem with old computer hardware. You always take for granted the newer things and then you forget, oh, I don't have 2.5 gig on this motherboard. Ubuntu 24. I thought Ubuntu was Debian based. I saw a bunch of Debian files getting installed when I was doing the update. I was watching the terminal scroll all this stuff while it was updating. I saw Debian things scrolling across the screen at one point.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Why do I feel like... Why is it showing me the tutorial? I thought we already went over these tutorials.
Please stop by again.
What do you have?
Highly efficient handheld vacuum cleaner.
Come again.
So...
This seems really good. This seems really good. I'm actually, so far, this game is running really, really good with no upscaling at 4K on a 6900 XT.
Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks. You'll also find the Vern Store, a movie theater.
There's nothing wrong with ADC. ADC is totally fine. That's completely normal. I can't even hear the GPU because it's running at like 1400 RPM. This is the stock settings. I love 80 degrees Celsius, 85 degrees Celsius. All those numbers are so wonderful. I mean, trust me, I think I know what I'm doing. For someone who has so many graphics cards that have never failed over all the years, I kind of think I know if the temperature is dangerous or not. My GPU is running 80 degrees Celsius. I don't care. And the other thing too is it's my favorite GPU. It's my favorite reference design. The AMD Radeon 6900 XT. Temperature 80 Celsius. Fan speed 1600 RPM. No wonder I can't hear it. The thing that concerns me is not the GPU temperature. I don't care about the GPU temperature. It's the CPU temperature that concerns me. My Threadripper is running 75 degrees Celsius right now on a Noctua air cooler, single fin stack. I took off, at first it was getting up to like 90 degrees Celsius today. You guys don't understand. When I was running my Threadripper and we were doing all those shader compiles, that thing was getting up to like 89 Celsius. And I was using my Ripper from Cooler Master. So this thing, I was using this guy, AMD Ryzen Threadripper, the official Ripper. This thing was completely inadequate while compiling all those Vulkan shaders, because it was going 100% CPU and it was getting up to like 90 degrees Celsius. And when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, we're swapping to the Noctua, because I only have 3 Threadripper coolers. I have my big fat Silverstone AIO, which is on my Zen 5 Threadripper, which is my main Threadripper computer, the one on Windows, and then I've got that Ripper, which is the oldest cooler that I've got, and then I have the Noctua air cooler, which used to be on my Zen 5, but when I switched Zen 5 to Liquid, that freed up this Noctua, so now the Noctua is on this guy, and so far it's doing better. It's doing about 5 to 10 degrees Celsius better, so we're running at 75 Celsius right now on the CPU. That is concerning. The GPU, who cares about the GPU? The concern is the CPU. Why does it say 49? Steam says it's 49 Celsius? So is this application wrong? The application says I'm running 76 Celsius right now on Threadripper, but Steam says 49 Celsius. So I don't know who to believe. Because the application, what is this thing called? Mission Center.
Alrighty.
Mission Center, where is that? Bring it back up here.
Welcome to the Treon Mall. Here you'll find
Mission Center is saying 75 Celsius on the Threadripper. That's concerning. That's pretty warm for not doing a whole lot. I mean, it's 17% utilization. But Steam is saying 49 Celsius. So I don't know why there's such a discrepancy. When I was compiling shaders earlier, this thing was getting up to like, when I was on the other cooler, it was getting up to 90 degrees Celsius. 90 degrees Celsius on an old 12 nanometer global foundry is not supposed to happen. So that made me swap to my Noctua cooler, and that dropped it down, but it can still get up to like 85 under full load. On the Noctua air cooler, so that was, I'm a little concerned like why that is.
Welcome to the Treon Mall.
So this is the only thing that I'm concerned about. I don't know if this temperature is the real one, or if the Steam one is the real one. 49C. The Steam one doesn't seem to change. So far, everything else is good though. I like the temperatures on the GPU. I like the temperature on the SSD. There's only one SSD in this computer. It's a 2TB PCI Gen 3 Intel 670p. So that is, I wish this would, how do I get out of this? Intel SSD. 128 gigs of RAM. I don't see 8 sticks of memory, but I wish it would tell me the temperature. It doesn't tell me the temperature of the RAM, but that's okay because Task Manager wouldn't do that either. So, but this is concerning though. 76. Why is it 76? Now Steam says 50 Celsius. This is getting up to 80 Celsius. Why is this? Why is there such a huge difference between? Unless this is the edge. No, this is the hotspot. Maybe this is Threadripper hotspot, and Steam is reporting the edge temperature? I don't know what that's all about.
One-stop shop for imports direct from the kingdom itself.
Oh well.
Be sure to check out their extensive selection, from the CCF's latest innovations to luxury wines.
Nothing's wrong with the GPU temperature, guys. The people worrying about the GPU temperature need to quit worrying about it, because that's not how it works. The CPU temperature is the thing that I don't know what to believe right now. That's the thing that's concerning. '81 Celsius is whatever. No one cares. On a GPU. But on a CPU, 75C for barely doing anything is strange.
You'll also find the Vern Store, a movie theater, affordable
Tourists.
retailers, and other various boutiques to peruse.
Orchis Tower and Crossbell, maybe gigantic. Okay, well, this game
Here is the liberal
runs good. I think it's time to switch to another one.
imports direct from the kingdom itself.
This game is using about 9 gigabytes of VRAM.
Be sure to check out
Actually, does this application tell me how much? I know Steam is saying 9.
luxury wines and
What does this say? Yeah, it says it says 8.58 gigabytes of VRAM in use, and the other GPU is like 45 megabytes of VRAM. That's pretty good.
Welcome to the
Okay, I don't know what I pressed. I hate when I do that because
one of Edith's major landmarks.
like this.
You'll also find the Vern Store,
I did the same thing last time and it messed up the.
retailers, and other various boutiques to peruse.
Okay. This is a 2026 game, runs fine. Maybe if I move this over here. Now, let's try this game, which I don't think I've tried it before until now. We're going to use Proton Hotfix for all of these, so I have no idea what's going to happen. It says launching. It says launching. I don't know. Let's just put this up for now. It's attempting. It says launching. I don't know. I guess it'll start at some point. If it doesn't start up, I'll just move to the next game. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Vulkan shaders. Processing Vulkan shaders. But it says 0%. Zero %. Why is it not going? I don't know. The only options are skip or cancel. But so far I've never skipped them. But it doesn't see, it seems like it's just not, it's just sitting at 0%. Is it supposed to start? Okay, there we go. So, well, CPU utilization is going up. Okay, 1%. There we go. Check that out. 88 Celsius on the CPU. See, I don't know if I believe that. That's got to be a hotspot. Because Steam never shows that. See, 89 Celsius on the CPU. 90 degrees Celsius on the CPU. This is concerning. I don't care if the GPU runs 80 whatever degrees. Who cares? The CPU running 90 degrees Celsius, that is concerning because that's really hot for a Global Foundries 12 nanometer node from 2018. These CPUs are not spec'd to run that hot all the time. These aren't TSMC CPUs. So I don't know, man. That's a little bit concerning. It's processing Vulkan shaders, 16%. I mean, this is on a Noctua air cooler that's handling this. You guys can kind of see it. Hold on, let's bring this. This is the computer. This is my Linux machine. You can see 8 sticks of memory. Let me bring this microphone over here. So you can see there is the giant air cooler, the big double fan on the front, fan at the rear. There's the MSI Creation. Those red lights indicate a memory DIMM. 4 DIMMs in the back, and then 4 more DIMMs, so 8 DIMMs total, 128 gigs at 2933 DDR4. There's that Sapphire GPU. There's that Radeon GPU. There's the power supply with the fan up there, stealing air from the GPU. So, yeah, that is the system. The debug, the postcode debug is buried under the second GPU, so I can't really show that. But that's pretty much the Linux computer. We're at 50% on shader compile. %, 56%, 91 degrees Celsius. Honestly, I really don't know if I don't know what to believe, because the fans on the CPU cooler don't seem. I can hear them a little bit, but they're not. They don't seem like they're going 100% full blast, which is weird. Which makes me think that this temperature is like a hotspot temperature for the CPU. Because if this was Windows, those fans on that Noctua would be going full blast. The case fans would be at 100% right now with a temperature like that. But I can barely hear the computer. It's like whatever. Linux is like, it's no big deal. Just run at medium fan speed the whole time. This is a regular distro. This is LTS Ubuntu 24. This is the latest Ubuntu 24 LTS. We're at 91%. There's a 26 version? Oh, I didn't know there was a 26 version. I only updated to 24 today. I'm running 2404. But I don't know if I trust going to the latest one if it's only a few days old. There were some serious problems with going to 2404 2 years ago. Okay, shader compile's done. It's dropping back to 73 Celsius. See, Steam says 58 Celsius, 59 Celsius. So I'm not going to worry about it. Uh-oh, it says Steam app is not responding. You may choose to wait. Okay, now that error message went away. So, okay. Now compiling shaders. All right. Bandai Namco. Oh man, on Linux. Unreal Engine. Here it is. Code Vein 2 on Linux. I don't know why. Okay, we'll just do 60. $4K. 4K gaming on Linux. TSR, whatever, 60%. Yeah, probably. High settings. Let's just see what happens. I don't think this is going to run at 60. This is going to be hard. This is UE5. It's going to be tough. Here we go. Don't crash. Okay, it's going. It's still going. Yeah, I think Steam's overlays the
I will
true
rise to
temperature.
the occasion.
Oh man, 35 frames per second. 40 frames per second. We're gonna have to turn some settings down. Unreal Engine 5 is hardcore. Look at that, 40 something FPS. Wow. Wow. Oh man. Wow. Yeah, it says up my CPU is only 55 Celsius, whereas the other application, the monitor, whatever that thing's called, that task manager thing is saying it's 81 Celsius right now on my CPU. So I don't know. This is Unreal Engine 5 on Linux. I can't believe this game. This game is so hard to run. We're gonna have to drop it down to medium, or no. Actually, probably just change global illumination to medium and anti-aliasing to medium. That's probably all that we need to do. Yeah, see? See? Now we're closer to 60. I think I may have to drop it to like 50% resolution scale. Yeah, let's do 40%. We might actually be hitting a CPU bottleneck a little bit, because it didn't really seem like it did much when I did that. This Threadripper is very old, but the other game was running really well. It's still like 40 something. It feels like that didn't do anything. Just drop everything to medium. Doesn't really seem like that does anything, does it? It almost seems like this might be CPU bottleneck. Or this is probably just some limitation of how it runs. This game does use a lot of CPU, though. Like, a lot of CPU. So this is the reason why AMD implemented... AMD worked with Microsoft to utilize power savings features called core parking to result in cache coherency, because right now I can see with Linux there's no cache coherency. So we are losing... We're hitting a CPU bottleneck because the game is literally spread out across all 32 threads, which is not good for cache coherency. Especially since this Threadripper doesn't have... I'm trying to remember, I don't think it has an I/O die. There's no I/O die on this Threadripper. It's literally just the compute tiles with some kind of big interconnect in the middle. So this is, yeah, this seems like it's a CPU bound scenario. You can tell it's CPU bound because if I bring up the overlay again, look at how much CPU it's using. The game is using so much CPU right now. And it seems like we're kind of stuck around 45 to 50 FPS, even when lowering all the settings. Yeah, this is just the nature of it being... I don't think this is anything to do with Vulkan. It's either Vulkan is slowing it down, or it's a CPU bottleneck, or both. It's possible it's both. What if we go in here? How do I go down? Oh, I gotta call the elevator? Okay. Any distro that does not have the tweaks Valve pushed 2 weeks ago will have memory thrashing across system RAM and VRAM. No, I'm using Proton Hotfix. Yeah, this is some kind of weird bottleneck because it's still 40 something even though we're inside the area. We're in an indoor environment and it's still low FPS. Yeah, I just raised everything to high and nothing changed. It still runs the same. Okay, it runs a little bit worse. Yeah, okay, it does actually run worse. So it is scaling with graphic settings, but I still think that there's some kind of bottleneck happening. DLSS. You can run DLSS on an AMD card in Linux? Okay, yeah, we're not going to try to do that. That's probably going to cause the game to crash. Let's try FSR, I guess. FSR, it's performing basically the same as TSR. Yeah, keep in mind, guys, that this is always going to be 4K output. I always do 4K with upscale. Even on Linux, no exceptions. 40, so, okay, unfortunately, this game is just not well... I can't tell if the problem is Unreal Engine just being Unreal Engine, and it being a thing with, it doesn't like Linux that much, or it doesn't like Proton's emulation layer, or what. UE5 is terrible. I mean, that other game looks just as good as this one. In fact, Trails Beyond the Horizon actually looked sharper and better than this, and this is a UE5 game, and I didn't even need any upscaling in that game, and that game ran at like 90 FPS at 4K native. It's like, what? Like, these are the sort of visuals you're getting out of Unreal Engine, and it runs like this? I almost want to install Lords of the Fallen. I don't have Lords of the Fallen installed on this computer. I'm almost tempted to install it. Oh, you know what? We need to install Forspoken. That's not on here. Install that. Oh, 130. No, we're not. We're not installing Forspoken. 130 gigs. Hold on. How big is Final Fantasy 16? 151. That's even worse. We're not installing that. Alright, well, whatever. Code Vein 2 is the most disappointing game I've played all year. It being Unreal Engine 5 is not really doing it any favors. So let's get out of here. This game stinks. That's another game that I can add to the list of games I'll never finish. It's so unfortunate because Code Vein 1 was so good. Code Vein 1 was so good, man. Bandai Namco, they done gone messed it up with the sequel. Alright, next game. Let's get Nioh 3 going. We'll see how Nioh 3 runs on here. Here we go, Vulkan shaders. Vulkan shaders. All this Vulkan shader 50%. Oh man, it's going fast now. 50%, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. That's how you're supposed to be processing the shaders. I don't know why Code Vein took forever to process the shaders because it's UE5. 77%, 78%, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 85, 87, 89, 91, 93, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Wait for it. 100%, bam, done. Vulkan shaders compiled. Man, that's what it means to have a 16-core 32 thread. Oh, here we go. Shader compile. More shader compiling. Look at that fast 16 core. That old Threadripper go. Look at that old Threadripper go. This is, how old is this CPU? This is an 8-year-old CPU, man. The CPU is 8 years old, and look at that, going strong. Have I been keeping up with the Zeus? I know about it. Well, I know dual GPU, multi GPU works on Linux for AI. I don't know if it works for gaming. It definitely works for AI. That's why I have 2 GPUs in here. The reason why I was running 2 GPUs in this Linux box was for AI. Dual 16 gigs, that gives me a 32 gigabyte pool of memory for AI. Alright, let's see how Katana Engine runs. First of all, why is the Steam overlay... Why does it look janky? It looks messed up. Well, maybe I need to refresh that? That's not looking right. Why does it look like that? Hold on. Why is it... Reset it? Why is it like that? That didn't fix it. Okay, we're running this Radeon RX 6800, 6800 XT, 6900 XT. I like how Linux just lumps all of them into the same family. 4K, 60 FPS cap. We're just gonna do 60 FPS cap just for now because they suggested it. Standard graphics. FPS dynamic adjustment is on. You know what? I'm just gonna probably let it do this because this is what it decided on its own. So I'm just gonna see how it runs like this. I don't know why that overlay looks like that, though, in this game. It's doing some kind of compiling, loading, or something. Because there's a lot of activity on the CPU right now. There's a lot of activity on the SSD, so it's doing something. There we go. That took a while. Okay, we're in. Nioh 3. We're not getting 60 FPS though with these settings. So we're gonna have to change something. So far, you know what? This is pretty... I'm gonna say this is pretty good. This is running pretty good. For in-game... Like, this is the Katana engine. This is Team Ninja's own in-house engine. And it's on Linux. It's working good. And, you know, most Japanese developers do not have a very good track record when it comes to Linux support. So this one's actually running quite well. Where's the upscaler? I know there's one in here somewhere. If I turn this off? Oh, resolution advanced. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it was already doing 1440p upscale. So we need adjust resolution dynamically to maintain your FPS. Oh, it has frame gen. Let's go to performance. See if that does it. Okay, that almost does it. It's almost 60. It's like... Okay, well, it kind of... You know, I have a feeling, though... It's hard for me to say that it's only the GPU. I have a feeling that a lot of this is also potentially a CPU bottleneck in certain parts. Now, we are playing this at 4K. Like, the output is 4K, so the CPU matters less. But I still feel like when we transition regions, I can see it dip to 40-something. That indicates a sideline, like, stutter due to... That's called traversal stutter. That's what Digital Foundry calls it. Traversal stutter. Which is typically CPU and storage bound. But usually it's CPU bound. We are running... All of these games are on a PCIe Gen 3 2TB Intel SSD. Which was known as a gamer SSD back in the day. So we're running Gen 3 SSD. And so we are going to potentially hit... I think if you're running direct storage games, it'll be more noticeable. But I have a feeling this is partially a CPU bottleneck, because I know Katana engine is very heavy with CPU. Yeah, it's... Yeah, that right there is definitely CPU bound. I don't know how much of this is Linux. I don't know how much of this is Linux and CPU, or how much of this is a CPU bottleneck versus a Linux bottleneck, like a Proton layer bottleneck. Versus a GPU bottleneck. I don't think we're as much of a GPU bottleneck, because the we're not even running the game at 4K native. We're running the game at, like, I think 1080p, upscaling to 4K, so it really shouldn't be a GPU. The GPU isn't even at 100%. You guys can see it's like jumping around a lot. This is, well... Well, this is probably a CPU. It could be CPU. I think it's CPU. I think it's cache coherency related, because everything is spread out across the entire CPU. That's probably what it is. CPU is at 52%. Yeah. It probably is. It's funny because Trails Beyond the Horizon was running really, really good. I don't know how else to fix this. Like, I mean... The only thing I can think of is we can go to like 25% render scale. Yeah, see, 25% render scale is still, yeah, okay, so it's definitely memory bandwidth slash CPU. I don't think it's memory bandwidth, I think it's cache coherency related. Just the way it looks. The GPU is running more, but it's still like... Oh, that's a huge stutter right there. That was a huge stutter. Hold up. So that didn't really do anything. I mean, it kind of did a little bit. I think it's the nature of how the game streams the level in and out. VRAM is at 13.5 gigs of VRAM. Yeah, it's using a lot of VRAM. Man, look at that. It's using so much VRAM. Okay, they don't want me to go up there. It tells me though that RDNA 2 is really good. What I'm concluding from this is RDNA 2 is really good on Linux. RDNA 2 is really good. We're hitting, this is like a CPU, this is because there's no, Linux has nothing that, like, helps the CPU, maintain, core consistency and cache coherency. That's the problem that we're running into. And that might be an Ubuntu thing, because Ubuntu is very much like a server-style variant of Linux. So, but see, I don't even know if CatchyOS or any of those other ones make a difference, to be honest. I think this might be more of like the CPU and the way Linux spreads the workload out so evenly that it leads to this sort of behavior. Now, obviously, with the newer hardware, it'll still do the same thing with newer hardware. It's just the newer hardware is faster, so the newer hardware will just brute force its way through compared to an 8-year-old platform. But you guys know what I say, right? Like, I say 7 years is the maximum on a platform. So this computer is literally right on its last legs in terms of relevancy for, like, modern gaming. But it's doing fine. Like, it's fine. I mean, the game is playable like this. In fact, I can fix this problem very easily. Let's fix it right now. Go back to 65. And turn on the frame gen. An extreme amount of video RAM is being used, which may result in severe bugs occurring. Whoa, I've never seen that before. Uh-oh, I think the game, fatal error. Code 0xC000005. Address, something, some memory address. So yeah, the game crashed. Well, that was interesting. that used that. I think that game had some kind of VRAM leak. There was a VRAM leak. It was leaking up all the way to 16 gigs, and then when it hit the max, when I turned frame gen on it, it used the max. The game crashed. It hit top of stack and like unloaded. Oh man. I'm gonna try it. Let me load into it again and see if I can actually get it to run with frame gen. One of those graphics settings needs to be changed though to fix that. That's a bug. So this game has some kind of bug in Linux. Uh-oh, fatal error. All right, never mind. That means I have to like reset the INI file or something to get that to come back. There's some setting in there that it didn't like. I think the frame gen is probably broken on there. Okay, well let's move on to the next one. Let's try another. Hold on. Let's try Crimson Desert. Let's try Crimson Desert. This is the one that literally crashed the entire computer. This literally because you know Linux doesn't blue screen the way Windows does. What happens when Linux loses control because of the application? It was like the Crimson Desert was loading in. It was going na 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 na. You know, like the music that plays and you're loading in and you see like that blue aura. It's like na 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 na, like that. It's like, well, that's not good. It's like, where's my Control Delete Control panic? Where's the panic button? It's like there's no panic button. It's Linux. Alright, hold on. Let's get over here. Let's get into this Crimson Desert stuff. Crimson Desert, yeah! Oh man, this is it. Crimson Desert. Oh, here we go. Is it gonna crash? No, I don't think so. I think it's gonna work because we're using Proton Hotfix. Actually, that's probably what I need to change. I probably should have changed Proton to the stable version. That probably would have fixed the Nioh 3 bug. Alright, here we go. Here we go. The magic of Proton Hotfix. This is the part that I was talking about. It's playing the music, and it's like, oh, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, like it's like, I think it's good. I think it's dead. It's like, oh, we're in. Oh yeah, we're in Linux gaming on Linux. Whoa. Whoa, Shadow Step. Oh, not enough stamina. Oh man, look at this. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Korean backdash cancels. Backdash cancels. Oh man, wow, wow, wow. Oh. Gaming. Linux. Hold on, I gotta fix the FPS. I'm scared though. I'm scared because I don't know. I don't trust this game. I don't trust this game when it comes to changing settings in game. And it's like now that we're on Linux, that's even more scary. Uh-oh. Okay. We're getting about 50 FPS. This is actually better than Nioh 3? In the sense that Nioh 3 didn't look as good and was running worse. Okay. Alright, let's see, what do we do? How do I forgot how to, oh yeah, you have to do like this, okay. Okay. Let's stealth through, like Assassin's Creed Shadows. Why do they have this kung fu stuff here? Like, like what is this for? Is this for hanging vegetables? Okay, hold on. You know what? Hold on. We need to try to fix the frame rate. It's like 40. Hold on. Let's try to fix this. You know, that's actually not that bad. We're doing native 4K right now. Native 4K with no upscale. Ultra. It's like a mix of ultra and high. Hold on a second. We're doing ultra at 4K. And we're getting like 40 FPS. That's pretty good. For such an old computer. This CPU is 8 years old. This is an ancient CPU. It's basically a dinosaur at this point. And the GPU is pandemic GPU. This is some old stuff. Dude, like if... Imagine like if someone... This GPU that we're using... It's like old enough to start kindergarten. That's crazy. It's that old already? Man. Wait, is that an enemy? Or those... Who are those people? Hold on, how do I...
A fine harvest, and worth the sweat.
I forgot all the controls. And I think I started playing this game on keyboard and mouse, and now I'm using a controller for some weird reason. Everything is overly dark because it's like daybreak? Or is it night? It's hard to tell. Remember that R7 3700X, what? I don't know what that means, dude. Ray tracing is turned off. Hold on, I want to see if I can get this to go to like 60. I'm so afraid to turn on upscale because of like a potential memory leak. Let's try this and see. Just don't crash. Don't crash. Okay. 1440p? 1440p? RNA 2 is this good? 70 FPS? With a 1440 upscale to 4K? On ultra settings? Whoa. Low power draw at idle? This isn't a laptop though. That doesn't matter. That only matters on laptop. The GPU is bottlenecking. Well, it was doing 70. Now it's down to 65. It's because we're going into the town area. Man, this is going all out. You know, I'm impressed though, because it's so weird how some games on Linux, they can utilize the CPU without cache coherency just because of the way that they were designed. Other games, they really need cache coherency. They basically need stuff to stay local to the core instead of moving around all the time across many cores. So that's the reason why the Katana engine game ran horribly, and this game is actually running quite good by comparison. But Katana engine was never designed to be an MMO. You have to remember, this game was designed to be an MMO initially, which means they are going to have to utilize the CPU well. That's the nature of MMO. MMO is always CPU bound. But they did a good job. Then when they turned it into a single player game, it was less CPU demanding. But still. Who are these people? This is like a goblin. This is like Stranglethorn Vale. But this ain't 2005. The lighting is kind of weird. We need that ray tracing. Hold up. We need to turn up that ray tracing. Hold on. Get out of here. We need to turn on the ray tracing powers. Where is it? Activate ray tracing. Don't crash. Please don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Did it crash? Did it crash? I don't know if it crashed. I mean, the game... No, maybe it did. Hold on, I don't know. Should I wait for it? Yeah, it crashed. It crashed really, really bad, actually. It crashed so bad that my, wow, it put me on the other side. It, like, flipped me over here. Why am I on the other side? Hold on. Like, what? I'm normally supposed to go over here. Like, what happened? It flipped me and like the desktop on opposite sides. Oh wait, the microphone's wrong. Hold on. Yeah, it flipped it. It flipped everything, man. It flipped the cameras went reverse, and then the microphone input changed. Wow. Well, I guess that's enough Crimson Desert. Let's move on to the next one, I guess. That was not good. Crimson Desert, literally, I had to reboot the whole computer, man. But see, I didn't even reboot the computer. Linux rebooted the whole computer for me. It was so bad. Like, I was trying to get back in, and then I was like, well, I think we're probably just gonna like clear all the processes, because Crimson Desert showed up like as if it was at the front screen. It was literally at the front screen of the game. So it's like, I don't know what happened there. That was hilarious, though. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Here we go. Let's get this is gonna be another Katana game. Okay. That was kind of funny because, you know, normally, like, if it was Windows, actually would have recovered from that more gracefully. Linux literally like forced everything to reload, and it reloaded the OS because I saw the black screen with the stuff scrolling, and I was like, okay, it's definitely reloading. It's definitely reloading. Oh, here we go. Compiling shaders. Wait, hold up. Where's the... Okay, hold on. Select the game. I gotta select the game. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Koei Tecmo. Here we go. Gaming on Linux. Alright, let's see how this looks. 4K, 1440p upscale to 4K. We'll just leave it like, yeah, like this, I guess. All right. Okay. Hey, this is actually running pretty good. Yeah, this is running pretty decent, actually. This is running better than how the Intel B70 runs it on Windows. And we're using much, much older hardware. That's actually not that bad. Okay. And this is 4K. This is 1440 upscale 4K. Wow. Uh-oh. What's this? Type 0 film. Okay, this is running really good. Yeah, this is running really good on Linux, on such old hardware. I'm actually impressed how good this is running, because this game runs really, really bad on a lot of systems on Windows. It's running quite good right now. I don't know where I should go.
It won't open.
The door is held shut by a powerful force. Is this the Incredible Force, or is it the Ginyu Force?
We're connected.
Hold up, let's go over here, let's see. I don't know, let's peer over here. Is this worth going over here? I don't know. I don't like the eerie sounds. Hold on, I need to turn the volume up. I can barely hear. I don't know about this.
Nioh.
I don't know about this. Uh-oh. What's that? Huh? Why do they limit the amount of film you can carry? That's just so annoying. Okay, hold up. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
You're warm.
Let's go this way, let's go this way. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Uh-oh! 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 Blood. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Oh, no, there's a mourner. There's a mourner. Turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. Oh, he's blind, though. He's blind, he's blind, he's blind. Oh, there's a mourner. There's a mourner. Blast him. Blast him in the face. Oh, he hit me in his... He hit me. Man, he needs a dentist. Whoa. Oh, yeah. You need a dentist. Oh, whoa, what? He's going Super Saiyan. Where did Mayu go? Whoa, what was that? Yeah, it's... Oh. Oh, he hit her. He knocked her down. Hold on. I gotta help her up. Hold on, hold on. I need to get up. Get up. What was that? What? He knocked her down too. What? They're both on the ground. Hold on. Whoop. Whoop. Well, he can still keep swinging even though he gets hit? Dude, how do I get the sister up? Get up. Okay, there we go. Didn't look at him. There we go. Ouch! Oh! Oh no, he's powering up again. What the? Is she supposed to just stay on the ground like that? Can you get up?
Are you okay?
Can you get up? Oh, what the? Uh-oh. Hold on. There we go. What the? Man, this is taking way too long. Like, did that count? There we go. That took way too long. That was it?
I'm here.
Oh wait, hold on. Because now the door's open, right? It's still not. Oh. So what is this? Where does this go? Okay.
Don't let go, okay?
What was that? What was that? Huh?
We're connected.
What was that noise?
Here. We used to play hide and seek.
Oh! Something's here. Yeah, there's something around. Hold on. Wait, what is this? Film full? Who? Yeah, there's something in here. Hiding boy. What? What?
When the sacrifice is caught, they become a butterfly.
That was weird. So someone said a sacrifice become a butterfly.
Don't let go, okay?
Boy blending into shadows. What? Sacred water? There's some stuff. What? Who? Who? Lurking girl? There's something on the ground. It's Chihara family crest. What the? Oh, there's ghosts. Whoa, one of them is powering up already? What the? Oh, what? I can't, there we go. Man. Why is this one's face distorted? I feel like I should go to a different film type so it does more damage. This doesn't take so long. Alright, let's kill him with the 14. There we go. Goodbye. Oh man, that little girl, man. Oh, she's transforming again? Is she the only one that can do that? I need to get rid of this guy. Get out of here. Okay, that guy's out. Alright, only the little girl now. There we go. There we go.
2 more.
Okay. Apparently that was something I needed to do. Alright, 2 more. 2 more family crests. What's this? Herbal medicine? Oh, you know what? Did I use lunar incense? What's this? Type 90.
Nioh, you're warm.
How do I get in there? Oh. Oh, okay.
Nioh, don't let go, okay?
We go over here? I think, was the mourner? Oh. Oh yeah, I need this.
Nioh,
Is there something in here? No, no. This is the way that we came through after the mourner. What was that? What is this? Prayer beads? Oh yeah. You get more focal points. There. Okay, that's good. Okay, so it was worth backtracking. Oh, okay. Alright, well that's a good... This game runs pretty good, surprisingly. RDNA 2? An ancient Threadripper? This game runs pretty good. For a game that's actually quite hard to run for a lot of GPUs on Windows. Okay. We're gonna stop this. We're gonna switch to another game now. I actually advanced the plot a little bit in there. Okay. All right, so let's switch to the next game. Now we're gonna look at a completely different game engine that we haven't looked at yet on here. And I need to make sure one thing. I need to make sure I'm actually using... Okay, we're using Proton Hotfix still. Processing Vulkan shaders. Here we go. 50%. Vulkan shaders. This is actually quite good. This experience is quite good. The only one game so far that's been a problem was Crimson Desert. That was the only one. So far, everything else has worked fine. Yeah, Linux actually seems to be very good. I mean, for the most part, it has been a smooth transition from the old Linux version to the new Linux version, because I went from 22 LTS to 24 LTS, and so far, I've only ran into like one game that's been problematic, Crimson Desert, and there was something I had to clean up, like the GNOME something had to get refreshed. But I fixed that problem. Other than that, man, it's been smooth sailing. This has been really, really good. There are features in the Linux version of OBS that do not exist in the Windows version. The Linux version of OBS has a superior audio codec, and what did they call it? Audio encoder or audio codec, and then it also has a better way of handling multi-GPU, which is very, very impressive. Actually, I really wish those things existed on Windows. The only thing that Windows, I think so far, Windows handles games that don't work well more gracefully. And Windows has better applications like Hardware Info 64. There's no equivalent that I could know of on Linux. MSI Afterburner is on Windows only. There's nothing like that on Linux. So those are the reasons why I think Windows is still more ideal for gaming. Steam is probably eventually going to take itself away from the Windows platform, though. I know if Valve leadership changes, they might pull out of the Windows system, although it's not going to be an easy move to do. Microsoft is going to try to push them out regardless, because Microsoft wants all gamers to be using the Windows-based platform for gaming on Windows. And Steam actually wants to go to Linux. Like Valve wants to go to Linux, and Microsoft wants Valve to get off of Windows. So, I mean, that's the reality of the world that we live in behind the scenes, but the gamer public doesn't actually know that. The average gamer doesn't actually have any idea what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, so we're going to be looking at Pragmata. This is RE Engine on Linux, and so far it looks like it's running really good. 4K, incredible. FSR3 quality, so we're doing 1440p upscale to 4K. Everything is maxed out. Ray tracing is on, right? I think I saw it on. Oh no, it's off. And there's no way, is there no way to turn it on? Oh, you can't turn it on. You can't turn it on in this version of the game when it's on the Linux. Alright, well, whatever. So let's just go in. Have you checked sensors? I have not. Let's try that. Sensors. Let's see. Okay, sensors. How do I know what the CPU temperature is? K10 temperature, PCI adapter, TCTL, 70 plus 76.4 degrees Celsius, plus 49.4 degrees Celsius. Steam kind of reports the second number, and that task manager thing reports the top number. So I guess maybe it is. T-die is the 49 Celsius. TCTL is the 76 number. Hold on. 75, 48. Steam is saying 48. So Steam is using T-die, and the other application is using the TCTL. So I guess they're both right. So yeah, this thing does get up to like 90 degrees Celsius. Yeah, this is running really good. Wow, oh my goodness. Look at this. Wow. It's running really, really good right now. 100 FPS. 1440p upscale to 4K on RDNA 2 flagship RX 6900 XT. Wow. This is really good, guys. This is probably the best one I've seen so far. It looks the best and it runs the best. RE engine. Alright, let's go to... Let's see. You still have unfilled slots in the loadout. I forgot how to play this game. What am I missing? Oh, I can bring this? Would you say 6900 XT runs games better than the Intel? It seems that way, yeah. It does seem faster. Although, remember, we're comparing 6900 XT on Linux with an old, ancient CPU versus Intel Arc Pro B70 on Windows with, like, the highest and most powerful CPU on the planet. So, I don't know. I would say, in general, I guess this is doing better, considering it's paired up with much older hardware. I mean, the Intel GPU was paired up with the D2, well, not the D2, the Zen 5 and DDR5, 6400, 96 gigabytes, you know, like all that new modern stuff, and it was performing as it was performing. That GPU has a problem though when you try to encode. Remember, this GPU doesn't have that problem. So, in general, I think this is the better experience. This is the more consistent experience. Wait. Is this... Hold on. Is that the way forward? Or is this the way forward? Okay, yeah, that was the way forward. Because we were over here before. Wow, you know, this runs so well. That this is indistinguishable from the Windows version. Like, this is so good. This is running so good. I can't believe that we're getting these type of numbers on a pandemic GPU at 4K. Like, this 4K output. And look at we're using 13.3 gigabytes of the 16 gigabytes of VRAM. And we're using 11.5 gigabytes of system RAM out of 128 gigabytes of system RAM. Threadripper is using the temperature offset. Average temperature is T-die, but to make sure fans are running fast enough, fan curves should use the TCTL CMARC. Oh, I know what that means. TCTL is the number that Task Manager app was showing. The one that's going up to like 90 degrees Celsius. That's TCTL. T-die is the number that Steam's overlay is reporting, currently 49 degrees Celsius. So yeah, the other one is reporting 75 degrees Celsius right now. So you can see, if we bring it up again, you can see 75 degrees Celsius is the TCTL. What does that stand for, though? Temperature control? Yeah, my fan profile in the BIOS seems to be matching the other one, Tita, because it is not loud at all. The computer is very quiet. Very quiet. The GPU, the 6900 XT, the fan speed's only spinning at 1600 RPM. 1600 RPM. You can't even hear that, considering the computer's on the floor far away from me. And this other GPU, the Sapphire 6900 XT, is spinning at 600 RPM. And that one's encoding the live stream, and the AMD reference card's handling the game. And you can see, yeah, this is really good for such an old machine. I don't normally feature old hardware on this channel that much, but when I do, it's very impressive to see how well this old hardware holds up. All this old DDR4. I just threw all the DDR4 into one computer, 128 gigs, 8 sticks of RAM. Okay, let's go, oh. Well.
Bots did all the work, leaving him bored to tears.
Does anybody know if you can play Genshin Impact on Linux, or is that not possible?
Hard to get bored keeping up with your chit-chat.
Or Final Fantasy 14. Actually, I don't really care if Genshin Impact's not playable on Linux. Final Fantasy 14 is the one that I'd really like to know. If Final Fantasy 14 can be played on Linux, there isn't much of a reason for me to stay on Windows. I might actually, you know, I am strongly considering getting one of my newer computers to run Linux now, after experiencing this on this such old computer running Linux so well. Oh wow, that's a curved laptop screen.
Imagine if our competitors tried to break in, got their hands on lunar filament.
Eaters would never let that happen. I mean, have you seen the bots it's got running around here? Intruders wouldn't stand a chance. Some of them are like freaking war machines.
What is this thing supposed to be? Is this some kind of like CT scan? This looks like a CT scan. A special holder designed to protect and carry repair cartridges. Oh.
You can use this.
Wow. Well, I mean, the only reason why I'm asking about Genshin Impact, I don't play Genshin Impact anymore. I haven't played it in months. But I remember having a conversation with someone who refused, like, they were thinking of getting a handheld, and they refused to get the Steam Deck because they can't play Genshin Impact on the Steam Deck. So I don't expect Genshin Impact to be playable on Steam or on Linux. Okay, I think we've been over here. Let's go. Now I guess we can continue. Alright, this is it. We're going in. I have a feeling we're going to be at a boss fight. Yeah, this looks so much like we're going to a boss fight. Look at that big room. What's this? Hacking nodes yellow have special effects that trigger when passed through while completing a hack. Passing through multiple nodes of the same type increases effectiveness. I just realized that the YouTube chat wasn't even showing up on the stream until now. I just had it disabled. Ever since Crimson Desert crashed the OS, the settings were messed up. I just now noticed that. There we go. A hacking node that disrupts enemy internal systems, temporarily increasing damage dealt. Passing through multiple nodes of the same type boosts damage further. Okay. I have a feeling we're going to a boss.
Hit harder and beat things faster. A bot.
Oh wait, this is not the right gun. There we go. Oh man, wait, I'm playing on controller. I just realized I'm playing on controller, and even though I learned how to play this on keyboard and mouse. That looks like that leads to a boss. Apparently it does. It's not on Steam, so you might have to set up wine bottle. The internet says it works fine. I don't know if I trust that.
It was just a hologram.
Might be more of these things around
The hollow wall.
here. Stay sharp.
This has got hidden walls like Dark Souls 2. That means I gotta spam the walls. This is how I played Dark Souls 2, man. Because in Dark Souls 2 they had hidden walls. A vibrant set of crayons.
Is that another REM?
Sure is. Let's take it back to the shelter.
I can hear, like, there's like a thing around. Is that it? I guess that was it. It looked like it was an item that I could get. Okay, let's do this. Hold on. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a boss fight.
Got it.
I knew it. Uh-oh.
Intruders detected. Please remove.
Intruders.
Look how Kurt's targeting things.
Now it's my turn.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know, in some ways, the controller... I'm not as good at aiming.
Jump cube.
I'm not as good at aiming on the controller. But I am better at, like, doing the hacking thing on here. Uh-oh.
Get ready. We did it. I'll hack the link if you're ready. Are we there yet?
Not sure.
The hacking seems easier on controller because the mouse stuff seems weird on keyboard and mouse, but the aiming, the shooting part is, to me, it's easier on keyboard and mouse. But I'm not very good at first-person shooters on controller. It's much harder for me to aim the headshots.
You can use that to make bots stop moving. This will make it easier to hit things harder.
I need to heal up more. There's a lot of weapons.
Lockdown disengaged. Reconnecting primary power. Energy levels at 30%. 40%. 50%. 60%.
Warning. Unauthorized access detected. Severing primary connection. This is Edis. Unregistered guests are forbidden from this area. Initializing sector guard protocol. Scanning. Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Oh man, they're gonna fight that one thing that Superman had to fight in the animated series?
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through.
This is like one of the first Superman villains. Oh boy. Oh boy. How do I forgot what the dash, what was the strafe move?
Be careful. Hacking.
Where'd they get all those missiles?
They were made with Luna filaments.
Lucky us, right?
The weak spot's probably on the back of it. Oh yeah, right there, right there.
Hey,
Oh man.
How you like this?
Stay away from the red circle.
Try.
Okay, critical shot. Press RT when near the enemy. Okay. Oh, dude, this is so Vanquish. This is so like Vanquish.
Just like that, please.
Dirty bastard.
Ew! Let me try!
What? What am I supposed to do?
Overdrive
Oh.
protocol initiate.
Huh? Overdrive. Immobilizes them and deals damage.
Whoa! Where did that come from?
Look! I think it really did something!
I need to get behind him.
Not bad.
Hold on, I need to shoot him with that thing. Uh-oh, I'm getting stuck. Man. Okay. Do I have any more? I don't have any more hacking? Okay.
Take this.
I need to get behind him. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
It's over.
Energy levels restored.
Yeah, baby. We did it. This is how we say good job.
Well,
Man, that came down to the wire. This game's running really good, man.
A new destination has been added to the tramline. The mass production array is now accessible.
For some reason, the stuff on his outfit makes me think of Sam's outfit from Death Stranding 2. If you use an Intel GPU with an AMD processor, I do that all the time.
That should take care of the Cradle's power problem. Next up, the MPA and the comms tower.
It's funny, we were supposed to do this yesterday, but well, no, we weren't. I wasn't streaming on Linux yesterday. Yesterday, we were supposed to stream a bunch of like CPU-bound games on the D2, and then ended up not doing any of that because of it turned into like another someone gave it a name like tech talk. It turned into like a tech talk for like 4 hours. It was a 4-hour long live stream just talking about technology the whole time.
What is that thing?
I'm gonna get a better look.
Wait.
That looks like it's installing Linux. What? I bet this thing, Cabin System, I bet it's running Linux under the hood.
Hello. We are Cabin, your one-stop companion.
This Cabin dude is straight up running Linux.
Companion, huh? So where you been all this time?
Which distro is he running?
Shelter license key in your possession.
This thing?
We wanted out the giant bot.
So, Cabin, what up?
A most pointed inquiry. We have been, let us say, asleep, but that device woke us up, leaving us available to offer you our wide range of invaluable services.
Permissions confirmed for shelter level 1.
Shelter level upgraded. Central terminals now loaded with shiny new stuff. REM replicator beta now online and ready to serve.
Okay.
Cabin system booting up.
Yeah, this thing's totally running Linux.
Allow us to enhance your shelter life experience.
It looks like a computer tower. I just realized his head looks like a computer tower.
Cabin Stab Club. Exchange cabin coins to unlock shelter surfaces. A little quid pro coin. Please accept this gratuity for first-time crew. 1 cabin coin. Compliments of the shelter. Take a look at our fine selection of stamp boards.
Cabin Stamp Club. Jukebox. Wait, what is this? Shelter Jazz version. There's a Dawn EDM version. There's a Memories RU Lo-Fi version. Hold on, put the shelter one. This is the shelter, right? This is where they are. Spend cabin coins to claim prizes from an open slot on the stamp board. What's the sign that it's a someone's a nerd though? You gotta be running Linux? is that like one of the key indicators? You gotta be running Linux? Or at least be willing to run Linux? What is this total bingos? How does this work? Locked section. Secure the shopping district zone, red zone, in the mass production rate to unlock.
Ta-da! more about bots here.
Okay.
We are honored to provide one of our greatest goods.
Well, wouldn't you say that the Linux users are nerds? Is there such a thing as a Linux user that's not a nerd? Sector guard bot data will be uploaded.
Oh, you have quite the eye organ.
Oh, I'm out.
Thank you for your patronage.
Hey, look! This terminal has bot data saved in it.
Yeah, most people that I talk to, when I mention Linux, they get scared. It's like they don't know. They're afraid to try. They're scared. You know, it's like, don't be scared. People get so scared of Linux. Like when I started talking about Linux, like the other day we were talking about Linux, there were people that were so scared. Like, dude, man, if you're scared, go to church. I don't know what to say. Like, there's no reason to be scared of Linux. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know that the nerds are the people that can go to Linux, because it's like no non-nerd can go to Linux and like feel comfortable. I don't think anyone that watches Game Tech Reviews loves. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I feel like maybe you're right in that statement to a degree, but I have a feeling there's a bunch of people that watch my content that don't use Linux, that are afraid. They're straight up scared to go to Linux. They're scared to go to Linux. Well, that sounds so weird to say that. They're scared to go to Linux. I mean, Linux is free. It's like there's no cost involved. It's like, and before people start saying, oh, well, you don't have to pay for Windows. I mean, okay, yeah, kind of, but that's still not like, that's still, you know what I'm saying? It's still not legit, if that makes sense. Whereas with Linux, like it's literally free. Windows, Microsoft, like, makes money. They are a for-profit company that manages the Windows operating system, and they're the ones that control the Windows operating system. So it's completely different structure. Although Linux does have paid variants, commercial variants like Red Hat is a really good example. You have 9 computers running Linux? You have 9 computers in your house running Linux? Wait, so do you have any computer that doesn't run Linux? Do you have anything that runs Windows or Mac? Alright, hold on. This jazz music, I need to change the music.
We'll be here. If you need us.
This game looks and runs really well. I told you guys. I told you RE Engine is so good. RE Engine is amazing.
Hey, look! This terminal has bot data saved in it.
Wait, you have 9 computers all with a 9950X or 9950X3D? Oh, you're using them to mine Monero. Wait, so how much better are those CPUs at mining Monero versus like Zen 3 or Zen 2? Because like a few years ago, people were telling me that the most profitable CPU mining setup was either 3900X or 5900X. They weren't recommending Zen 4 or Zen 5 because of DDR5. And this was before DDR5 became stupidly expensive. You only have 3 desktops? You technically have 2. 9950X is the best. 9950X 3D has 0 improvements. Yeah, I figured. And 9950X runs faster in general. It averages a higher clock speed under load because it's not weighed down by the 3D cache. Yeah, 9950X, man. That CPU, you know, a lot of people ignore it because it doesn't have 3D cache. That CPU is very good. 9950X. If you don't play games, 9950X is still a flagship CPU for desktop. It's basically the same as Intel's Core Ultra 270 Plus. It's more expensive, but it has a longer runway in terms of upgradability because of the platform. Although I do think Intel's current platform is more feature-rich than AMD's, slightly. I mean, it has the potential, depending on the motherboard, to access Thunderbolt 5, and it also has the CUDIM capabilities. But with memory being as expensive as it is, people can pretty much pretend that CUDIM doesn't even exist. 16 cores with fast CL26. Really, for Monero, I would think that, oh, I guess for cost, but I would think that in general memory bandwidth matters more for CPU mining, wouldn't it? So wouldn't you benefit from? But the thing is, now that I think about it, DDR5 6000 works on every motherboard. DDR5 8000 does not work on every motherboard. So the cost associated with running that higher spec RAM would be harder. It would just be a higher cost in general, less profitable. Well, from my preliminary testing, the 9950X 3D2 performs exactly the same as 9950X. Actually, no, I take that back. I think you're right, because the 9950X boosts to 5.7 out of the box. The 9950X 3D2 boosts to 5.6. It's like 100 megahertz slower on the 2 best cores. So that, yeah, no, the 9950X would outperform it for Monero mining. Yeah. Yeah. The only reason why the D2 is faster than the non-D2, like the standard X3D, like 9950X 3D, the D2 is faster because AMD gave it a higher power limit, like stock. The 200 watt TDP, it pushes more power to hold higher boost clocks longer than the standard X3D. That's the reason why it's faster across the board. Like in everything, it's faster slightly. Like some games, it's equal, but it's in general it's always better because it's pushing higher power. Now you can go into the BIOS and turn on unlimited power mode on any of the Zen 5 CPUs. So if you're on a 16 core, you're gonna basically match the D2. But that requires tuning in the BIOS, whereas the D2, you don't have to do anything. It's just faster out of the box. And it's not like you can't tune the D2 as well. So that is one thing that I plan on showcasing later on. Not later on, like soon. I just got distracted today. I was actually going to work on the overclocking stuff today, but I got so distracted because people yesterday kept talking about Linux, and I was like, yeah, I think we need a game on Linux just to see what this is like. So I ended up spending the afternoon getting this Linux computer set up and updated and all these games installed. But yeah, this is good. I mean, I like Pragmata. This game's really good. It's very well optimized. It runs excellent on Linux. Now, I couldn't figure out how to turn the ray tracing on. For some reason, ray tracing doesn't want to turn on in this game. See? I can't toggle it on in this version of, I guess, the Proton or whatever. It doesn't, the toggle's disabled. So I don't know why that is a thing. And we've been playing this the whole time without any frame gen. It's basically 1440p, upscaled to 4K, and we're getting like 80 something frames per second, and we have an ancient CPU in here, and it's running so well. This is really good. This is the difference between a well-optimized game and a poorly optimized game, because Nioh 3, you could tell that spaghetti code Katana engine was running terribly because of the CPU being so old. Here, we have the same old CPU, but this game is running significantly better, and it looks significantly better. And the other game that was bad was Crimson Desert. Crimson Desert ran okay, but then as soon as you try to mess with the settings, in fact, I'm gonna have to figure out how to like change the INI file, because that thing, it's just straight up messed up right now. I can't even boot it up. So, actually, no, it wasn't that game. What was the game that got messed up? One of the games got a messed up INI file after it, was it Crimson Desert? Crimson Desert crashed the computer. It forced Linux to reload the OS. Yeah, that's the difference in Silicon Lottery. The ones that run hotter at the same load are the leakier. They leak more voltage, so they run hotter. They pull more voltage per frequency. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and swap to another game. This game runs really well. Hold on, can I turn ray tracing on here? Yeah, for some reason you can't turn ray tracing on in this game on Linux. I don't know why. It's just permanently grayed out. Okay. So that completes the test of 2026 games. We're gonna do one more. I didn't bother to install Resident Evil Requiem because I already finished it, and Pragmata is also RE Engine and it's newer. Alright, here it is. Monster Hunter Wilds. Let's see how well a 6900 XT on Linux can handle this game. This game is also very CPU demanding. It's far less CPU demanding than it was last year, though. Ever since January, February update, the game is where it should be in terms of performance. Okay. 4K. FSR 3.1.5. FSR frame gen. Upscaling mode, it defaults to balance. Ray tracing, again, is grayed out, but it is permanently stuck at high. Texture quality is high. I guess we'll just leave it like this. So it defaulted to high preset. Ray tracing is forced on, it seems. I guess we'll just leave it like this. And there's the spec page. Ryzen Threadripper 2950X 16 core, 128 gigabytes of DDR4 running at 2933. Radeon 6900 XT, 16 gigs of VRAM. It actually shows the GPU driver. I forgot how to see the GPU driver in Linux. Now I actually know the GPU driver. 99.10.2. 6900 XT. Direct storage is enabled on a non-Windows platform. Very interesting. Direct storage, as far as I know, is a Windows thing. Oh wow, it's running. It is kind of, it's tough. It is running, okay, it's running better. There's a bit of like, some kind of weird shader unpacking that it was doing there. Oh, they've got the Spring Festival going on rerun. Is that the latest driver for the 6900 XT? Someone else will have to will answer that. So we can see right here on the screen. The driver version is 99.10.2. You can see it. You can see it right here. Hold on. GPU driver version 99.10.2. So, I don't know how to tell if that's the latest. Man, I'm tempted to start installing older games and see how older games run. So far, all these newer games run fine, except Crimson Desert. Crimson Desert runs, it just doesn't run reliably. You can probably run Crimson Desert if you don't mess with graphics settings. When I started messing with when I turned ray tracing on, that's when everything got messed up. Crimson Desert runs fine on... Yeah, but you're talking about Linux, right? Crimson Desert runs fine if you're on Windows on every GPU. It's just the problem is Linux. It seems like it's the Linux problem. Yeah, this is playable. This is totally playable. This is good. We're in like the worst area of the game too, where there's all the people. This is like going to Ironforge in WoW Classic. This is where it's CPU bound. It is super CPU bound though, you can tell right here. This is so CPU bottlenecked. Now, it's even more CPU bottlenecked because I'm installing Lords of the Fallen right now. I want to test Lords of the Fallen because it's another UE5 game. And Code Vein 2 was so bad that I want to try a slightly older UE5 game. Well, let's go to a different area. Let's go to Suja. Let's see how it runs in Suja. CPU is at 64% because it's installing a game. That's going to slow us down. 92 degrees Celsius on the CPU. But 65 degrees on the T-die average. 65 average, 92 on TCL or TCTL. That is, it's burning up. That CPU is burning up. You can see it. Very heavy utilization on that CPU. 92. Are you sure about that? This is not TSMC CPU. This is a Global Foundries 12 nanometer CPU from 2018. This is a very old CPU. This is Threadripper, by the way. Yeah, it's 92 Celsius. It shows 92 Celsius right now. 4 gigahertz. 4 gigahertz. 3.95 gigahertz speed. Look at that. Look at that. 92 degrees Celsius on that CPU. Heavy utilization. 3.95 gigahertz. The ancient Threadripper Zen Plus 2950X. 128 gigs of system memory on the ancient computer. Dual graphics cards. Radeon RX 6900 XT and crossfireX on Linux on Ubuntu. One GPU is running at almost 1600 RPM, 79 degrees. The other one is running 600 RPM at 50 degrees because the other one's doing nothing. The other one is encoding the live stream. Second GPU is encoding the live stream. First GPU is rendering the game and doing everything else. It's connected to the monitors. So this is a low-end system by today. I don't know if I don't know how would you guys rank this type of system? The system is not new, but it's hard to say it's low-end. It has so many PCIe lanes. Both of these graphics cards are running at full 16 lanes. There's no lane sharing. PCI Gen 3 Intel SSD, 670p, 2 terabyte for all the games. No, well, for gaming, I think the CPU is the thing that's holding back the GPU in some aspects. CPU is going all out. Look at that. It's installing a game while streaming and playing a game. That's the power of Threadripper. That's why it's hard to say this is like a low-end system. It's still very capable. This is also RE engine. Just like Pragmata. Okay, looks like Lords of the Fallen's ready. Yeah, we're gonna try Lords of the Fallen. Here we go. Oh man, I can't wait. Hold on, I wanna try another game. Hold on, I wanna install another game now. Now I'm getting carried away on these older games. Hold on. I think I know another game I want to install. Oh yeah, that's not that big. 26 gigabytes. Okay, well, this game runs. Yeah, this proves to me that Linux is mostly a good alternative if you want to play games. Now I'm starting to wonder, how is it like gaming on a Mac? How would you run Monster Hunter Wilds on a Mac? Whoa. The ancient civilization. Whoa. You would pay for and install Parallels and run Windows on it mostly, but Apple does have their Metal API that does what Proton does. It's just more limited. So really, there's a way to play these games on Apple? Do they work as well as they do on Linux? Because see, Valve is really pushing hard on Linux. Relics. Huh. Decorations and stuff. Okay. On Apple, you basically have a Strix Halo equivalent, at best. That's not too bad. Does Apple have upscalers? As long as you have access to upscalers, it should be fine. Because I'd be gaming at 4K on Apple. On a Mac desktop. That's like the only platform that I don't have right now. Is anything Mac. I have like no Mac stuff. Zero Apple. No Apple iPhone. No Apple laptop or desktop or tablet. I literally am operating in a zero Apple ecosystem. No Apple. 100% zero Apple. Okay, well, this works. This works good. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should have also tried... How big is this game? Oh, that game's not too big. I guess we can install that game too, but yeah, that might slow down my shader compile. So let's try Lords of the Fallen. This is another DirectX, or not DirectX, another UE5 game. Code Vein 2 was terrible. Let's see how this... I have a feeling Unreal Engine 5 is very CPU demanding, so... This will probably not run that well because the CPU is so old. On Linux, you have to use ChatGPT to get the Realtek Wi-Fi 7 drivers compiled into the kernel? What? Why is Wi-Fi 7 such a difficult thing to pull off on Linux? It says it's running an install script. Microsoft DirectX is being installed. Now it says processing Vulkan shaders. It sure has to compile a lot of shaders for these games on Linux to run. At least this Threadripper's got a lot of threads. 32 threads just crushes through it. 99% already. 100% on Vulkan shaders. See, that was quick. Man, that's the power of Threadripper right there. Quad channel memory. Uh-oh! Unexpected error. Launch error. Easy anti-cheat. What? Easy anti-cheat? Oh, wait. So you can't play games that have easy anti-cheat? Oh, that means Nightreign won't work either. I wasted time downloading that. Oh, man. Easy anti-cheat doesn't work on this? Well, that's no bueno. We're gonna have to, I don't know, install Forspoken? Oh, that's 130 gigabytes. How much space do I still have on this drive? 1 terabyte available out of 2 terabytes. I've literally filled the drive 50% today with a bunch of Steam games. It's 50% full, and this is the only drive I have in this computer. Yeah, and I know these type of games... Well, actually, hold on. Let me see. Lords of the Fallen. Lords of the Fallen Linux. The game crashes after a few seconds. Proton. Well, I guess that's gonna be that. I'm downloading Forspoken. It's 130 gigabytes, so it's gonna fill up the drive even more. I'm just curious how Square Enix's Luminous engine runs on here. I'm not even gonna bother with Nightreign because if that didn't work, then Nightreign's definitely not gonna work. Install the easy anti-cheat package. Install the Proton. Where do you go to do that? In settings? Where do you go to install that? Is it in the store? Wilds worked automatically. I don't have any problem with Wilds. Wilds doesn't use easy anti-cheat though. Easy anti-cheat is like a kernel thing. Actually, no, I don't know if it's a kernel level thing. I'm not even going to try Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact, all those Chinese gacha games have so much like spyware, kernel level stuff on them. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother trying to put that on here. Search within your game library for Proton. Proton. Oh, okay. Proton Easy Anti-Cheat Runtime. You mean that thing? Okay. I'll install that. Installing it now. Proton Easy Anti-Cheat Runtime. Downloading. Okay, that's installed. I don't have to restart or anything, do I? Okay, well that's installed. So now, what do I do? Lords of the Fallen? Lords of the Fallen? Is it gonna work? Nope. Launch error. Unexpected error. Easy anti-cheat. Unexpected error. No, that didn't work. Even installing the Proton Easy Anti-Cheat runtime didn't fix it. Unless there's like a way to enable that. Do I have to put a launch? Do I have to put launch options or something? Compatibility, force the use of specific compatibility. No. Proton often faces issues with easy anti-cheat, especially causing unexpected error messages. Common fixes include using specific Proton versions or adding launch options though multiplayer might still fail. Add wine, CPU topology, what? Add wine CPU topology to Steam launch options to fix potential EAC issues on high core count CPUs. Right now I'm using Proton Hotfix. I'm not even using Proton Experimental. Maybe that's what I need to do. Switch back to that. The only reason why I went to Proton Hotfix was because of Crimson Desert. It's all Crimson Desert's fault. When I installed Steam today, it defaulted to Proton Experimental. I had to go specific. When I tried Experimental with Crimson Desert, it literally crashed the entire PC. It hard froze everything. So then I had to go to Proton Hotfix, and then it ran. But then it has that memory leak. So, man, Crimson Desert is a very infamous game in terms of, like, the controversy surrounding it. The fact that it didn't, like, you couldn't even start up Intel-based GPUs with it on Windows, and then they finally let that work, and then now it's like, it runs like this and has memory leaks. Yeah, it says, as of late 2023, some users reported the game is effectively unplayable in multiplayer on Linux due to easy anti-cheat mismatches, making it mostly a single-player experience. So is it safe to say that this isn't going to work because it's a multiplayer game? The only ones... Okay, I see. Proton 11 Beta. Proton 11 Beta. You need to restart Steam in order to apply your Steam Play settings. Well, it's downloading a game right now. Restart later. The only thing that I'm annoyed about Threadripper downloads so slow. It only downloads at 1 gig. Because the motherboard only has a 1 gig interface on the back. It has dual NIC, but it's both 1 gig. So downloading games at 1 gig speeds is so slow. Well, hold on, why am I... maybe I should just stop installing this game, because it's so slow. It's taking forever to download. Hold on, let me, we'll try this Proton beta thing. Where is the settings again? I think we're pretty much done. How long have we been live? Okay, we haven't actually been live that long. Oh no, it crashed, so we were already live for like 3 hours, almost 3 hours. So I'm gonna do one thing: change this to Proton 11 beta, restart Steam. I don't care if this game is compatibility, go to regular 10, restart now. It's downloaded. What is it download? Oh, Proton 10. Okay. Okay, Lords of the Fallen.
You are a goat.
I'm a goat because I'm streaming on Linux? How many people actually stream on Linux? Because the thing is, it's like, there's a lot more to it than just like, oh, I'm playing games on Linux. You have to set up all this other stuff too to get it working. Oh, hey, it's installing different things now. Install script Microsoft DirectX. Because we're doing a different version of Proton. Maybe that will fix it? I'm not using the beta. I'm using version 10. You know what? I completely forgot that this weekend, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink has an open beta test happening right now. And, oh, that's what I was supposed to stream, but we decided to do a Linux stream instead. Oh, it's actually working? I just saw the anti-cheat thing go. Oh, that was what it was. Proton hotfix wasn't working. You have to use version 10. Uh-oh, Steam app is not responding. You may choose to wait a short while for it to continue or force the app to quit entirely. I don't know. Should I just wait? Just wait for it? Still shows it's running. I'll pause the stupid download of Forspoken. Yeah, it's coming up. It's working. It's working, man. Oh my goodness. Lords of the Fallen. With easy anti-cheat. There it is.
After eons of tyranny, the demon god Adir was finally overthrown by humanity. Though fear of his terrible power...
Why is the audio... That was weird. Why was it coming through like on the one...
And so was formed...
Why is the audio coming from the left? Like the voiceover is coming from the right?
For signs of his return. Even exiled...
That's an audio bug.
Not silence the fallen god forever. And in time, Adir's malignant influence pervaded the world once more. In his hunger for vengeance, Adir orchestrated the return of his demonic army.
Who here is going to be playing Lords of the Fallen 2 later this year? The sequel to this is coming out this year.
A new, grim champion arises. The Dark Crusade.
Oh, man.
And perhaps it will indeed.
Oh.
That only they who shun the light in order to fight the darkness possess the power to defy a god.
The Light Reaper. I never understood why his name was the Light Reaper when he seems like he would be the Dark Reaper. Are you guys gonna play Mortal Shell 2? Have you guys seen the trailer for that game, or the gameplay trailer? Of Mortal Shell 2? Mortal Shell 2 makes Mortal Shell look like a demo. Thing is, now he gets back up, but he's in the Umbral Realm. He's in the Umbral Realm. This is not the demo, this is the original game. I mean, this is the game from 2023. Hopefully it didn't freeze. No, I think it's just slow at loading. Yeah, it doesn't help that I'm also trying to download and install Forspoken at the same time. Okay, we're in. FPS unlimited? Well, let's do the monitor limit. Let's do 120. AMD FSR 4. This game supports AMD FSR 4? We're just gonna leave it off for now. Just leave all this. It's got FSR 4. Anti-lag 2. XESS. This is what it detected. It just set it to these settings. We're just gonna run with it. Alright, here we go. It has easy anti-cheat. You have entered crossplay. Oh man, even the multiplayer is working with Linux. Oh wait, hold up.
Our holy work continues, Lampbearer.
Oh, max level reached?
Let Aureus's
Man, they changed this game so much from how it looked at launch. The UI, they changed so many things. These developers kept working on the game post-launch. Did I make a video? The unboxing video shows the installation of the CPU.
Spend or be on your way. Golinda has no more use for you.
Man. Hold on, you know what? I kind of want to try the multiplayer. I want to see if I can get in someone's world real quick. Just for a short while. I just want to test some stuff in here. Actually, hold on. I got to make sure the game's running smooth first. We're getting like 60, 80 FPS. Hold on, let's go outside real quick. Okay, look, it's holding at 60 and we have no upscale. This is with no upscale? What? No upscale? UE5 and the game's running this good on old hardware? Hold on, multiplayer. Join a co-op session. Non-shared. They really changed it. They changed the multiplayer matchmaking. It looks so different now. So if you want to play with a friend, you can create a password so that only the two of you play in one session. You can also invade. There's PvP. Man. This game's using about 10 gigabytes of VRAM. The only problem is because the game is old now, the community, the people that play it, there's not a lot of them still playing. So it's hard to find a multiplayer session. Well, it's running really good for Unreal Engine 5. I remember at launch, this game was really hard to run. You can peer into the unseen realm. Wow. Steam Deck APU is RDNA 2 based.
I help you. You pay me. We stay friends. It's simple. Just be sure to make good on your
They
end
show
of
the
bargain.
name of the
If you
NPC
don't,
now in the
that would
text
complicate
box.
things. And neither of us wants that.
Man, they made so many changes to the UI. I mean, these are good changes. What's that? Uh-oh. This game still looks really good. For an early Unreal Engine 5. This is a 2023 game, for those wondering. And the sequel's coming out later this year, probably around like September. Let's go into the dead world.
Such a minor noble. I'm putting my own happiness before the good of the royal line and the welfare of Mondstadt. But they don't see in her all of the things that I do. This kingdom is my home. And I will do everything I can to protect it, as I always have. As you did, Mother. But I refuse to accept that requires forsaking the woman I love. Sufficia only makes me a better man.
Who are these people? These must be his guards?
All the stronger with her at my side.
Oh, we're going in. We're connecting to a multiplayer session. I was like, wait, what's going on? Alright, we're doing a casual co-op session. Uh-oh, kicked by host. Or disconnected from host. It says disconnected or kicked by host. Well, that was dumb. Alright, well, Forspoken is up now, so... And this game runs pretty well. Except why... Why is the... What happened to my controller? Why did the controller stop working? There we go. That was weird. It was like Steam was doing an update on one of the games, and then my controller stopped working. Okay. we're gonna be on PCI 5 for a while. There's no reason to go to PCI 6. PCI 5 is literally twice the bandwidth of PCI 4. PCI 5 makes running dual GPUs on mainstream platforms more obtainable without drawbacks because you can run 2 graphics cards at PCI 5.0 x8.
This land is overflowing with sin, so I expect this undertaking to offer you little difficulty. Also, say nothing of this to Pietà or the Fidelis captain. They are already conflicted. Troubling them further only endangers them and our mission. You serve a higher purpose, Crusade, to strive in darkness, in light we walk.
Yeah, really good game. This is one of my favorite games that I played in 2023. I like how from Skyward Bridge, you can see all the places, too. If you know where to look, you can see all the places. Bramis Castle. That's the monastery, or the abbey. And then, I can barely see it from here. This angle's kind of weird, but you can kind of see... There's the Tower of Penance. Manse of the Hallowed Brothers. There's the bridge that leads over to the Abbey. Oh man, this game is so good. Alright, well, I'm glad that I could at least get one UE5 game. And this game actually has the anti-cheat too. That's really impressive. I kind of want to test Nightreign now just to see. It's got Forspoken running. Launching Forspoken. This one we're probably gonna have the whole Vulkan shader compile. I'm gonna take a quick break while it's compiling shaders. I like that I can get equivalent behavior out of the apps that I normally use on Windows on Linux. Although I question if direct storage is working on this. $4K. Maximum frame rate 30 FPS. What? Okay. Ultra high. Hold on, we're gonna need to go with how do I turn on the custom? Oh, there we go. FSR 3. Quality preset. We'll just leave it like this. Texture memory, no. Put that on high, ultra high. We have so much. I don't understand why it's like a dark screen though. Like, probably because it's never been installed on here before. Quality, FSR3 frame gen. We'll just leave that off for now. Oh, it has the ray tracing stuff. We gotta watch out that ray tracing. Ray trace shadows, ray trace image occlusion. Oh, this is gonna be really hard to run. This is gonna be really hard. They did optimize it a little bit though. Okay, here we go. This is it. Oh, I can't continue. I guess I have to do load game. I guess this one. Yeah, it does seem like with the load times, this game's supposed to have instantaneous load times, so that means the direct storage implementation is not working. It seems it's running surprisingly okay for having the ray tracing stuff turned on. This is actually running surprisingly well. I thought this was going to go a lot worse. Wow, I can't believe the frame rate is this high with the ray tracing turned on. Man, it's running good. What is this? This is actually running better than how it normally runs on Windows. And this is on RDNA 2? What is this? Does that get me something? Oh, mana. Increases the mana. Okay, let's go down there. If I remember how to play. Spells learnable. This is what I consider the other, like, Harry Potter game. There's Hogwarts Legacy, and then there's this.
Don't worry, this will be quick.
I do hope so.
That's not doing
Oh, yeah. How do I do the move?
Perhaps avoiding attacks would be better than using me to fend them off.
I can't hit this one guy. How do I get this one guy?
Feels like I can breathe easy all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, the spell effects are making it drop. I'm gonna need to turn on that frame gen. Or something.
Happy to soldier on.
Yeah, I'll survive.
This game had a cool battle system, and it had like a fast movement.
your wits about you.
Very much in the room, thanks.
Bam.
Good, right?
I wouldn't say good exactly. Watch where you're going.
Oh, what's the button to finish them off?
Coming.
I don't know what that button was. It was like...
Right in the sweet spot.
She has the Captain Falcon up B from Smash Bros.
Bullseye. Oh, come on.
Bam. So she uses like the destructive abilities.
Happy to go on.
Happy as I'll ever be.
Oh, it's one of these? Monument of Wisdom. Take a closer look at the monument.
What the hell is this?
I'm not entirely sure. Careful now.
Defeat as many enemies as you can within the time limit. Beating consecutive foes without taking damage will earn you a bonus.
Confident?
Just gonna see how I do.
10 minutes?
Got this.
I forgot how to do
How'd you
that.
like this?
Wait, how do I... Last slice? No. I don't know. I don't know how to play the game anymore. I don't remember. I can barely remember the controls.
Whoa. You're gonna love this.
Am I just supposed to kill enemies?
Let's turn up the heat.
There you go.
Nope, not working. What? Still not enough?
Focus spray.
Ugh, get the fuck back.
At least somebody loves you.
Right on the money. Boundaries. Enjoy.
Am I supposed to go over here?
Aha! Got you on your toes now.
I don't like the look of this. Just about scraped through, I'd say.
I didn't ask for your opinion.
So I could have gotten... Does that mean I don't get the reward unless I get... Was that it? Wait, how do I view the map again?
Let's do this.
Suit yourself.
No, I don't want to do this again. Oh, man. I forgot the buttons. Is it like up arrow or something? Like up D-pad? D-pad scan? What's this one?
Miss the commotion when there's no one around.
Oh, this is how you switch. Okay.
Me, you're plenty of commotion all by yourself. Huh.
How do I see the
Not
world
bad,
map, though?
Certainly looks like it'll keep the attacks at bay.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Zoom in. There's a treasure chest up there. Forgot how to do the, like... There's a way to, like, aim your... Okay, there it is.
I'd imagine you'll have this wrapped up pretty quickly.
Yep, no sweat.
There we go. Now it's like Hogwarts Legacy. Leviosa, Leviosa. Look at that. Look at all that Leviosa. Yeah, this is Hogwarts Legacy style.
Poetry in motion.
Oh, that's a big bird. Hold on. Hold on.
Hated the Tanta. Love her spell.
Oh yeah, hold on. Water power, force power.
Gotta hurt.
Jedi, wombo combo.
Whoa. World spinning.
Get out of the way.
Can't complain about an easy ride.
Can't you? Doesn't exactly get the blood pumping.
Well, I thought I had it set to, I guess it didn't save my settings from the Windows PC, but it's supposed to be auto-looting. Is there a cat somewhere?
Consumables.
There was a way to auto-loot. Wait, camera shake should be off. Control settings, confirm button, yeah. Is it gameplay balance? Is it accessibility? Automatic item, there it is. Yeah, automatic item gathering. Highlight nearby characters could be good, I guess.
Try not to consume them all at once.
There's a cat right here, but wasn't there like a... Wait, can we go all the way down there? See, the cool thing about this game, the world, it is an open world game. It's a very empty, kind of bland, boring world, but the thing is, like, whatever you can see you can actually go there, which is actually quite good. The way the world was designed, it's just the game just wasn't really that interesting. The character wasn't very likable.
I can't say with any certainty, but let's not worry about me for now. We have places to be.
Copy that.
This is running surprisingly well. Now, during combat, it does drop a lot, which is why I think I kind of need the frame generation. Or turn off that ray tracing. But the ray tracing is turned on. Like, everything's turned on. Hey, Steven, how's it going? But, man, this is really good.
Is the break getting worse?
Linux seems totally fine for gaming. I mean, there's a little bit of like hiccups every now and then. Like I had to figure out the Proton version for the easy anti-cheat for Lords of the Fallen. Most single player games though, all these games seem to work great. Oh, I don't want to fight anything. I'm tired of fighting stuff.
There are slightly more of them than I'd like.
Oh wait, that's how the accessibility works? I want to turn that off. Hold on, turn that off. The game does have some odd behavior like this, where the menu takes forever to come up. Automatic, what is it? Item visibility, easy, just bump. So easy, it is just bump by increasing the... Oh, highlight nearby. Oh no, that can stay on, but this is off. See, there's like a lot of different places to go to.
Journey's in.
Wow, that was quick.
We should be safe here.
Good. I'm exhausted.
This is the crafting stuff.
You do like your reading.
Is this where you save? No? I think you just save the game like... Yeah, I think you just save it like this. Okay. Alright, well that was Forspoken. I was curious to see how a Luminous Engine game runs on Linux. It runs good, man. RDNA 2 is so old and it runs so good, and Threadripper, this Threadripper is super old and it's doing really well. I am actually quite impressed because I'm just thinking, like, in the back of my head, if this was newer hardware, this would probably be, I don't know, in some ways on par, maybe in some ways with some of the application behavior better than Windows in a way. Wow. Yeah, it runs good. This game was notoriously hard to run at launch. Okay, the last game. But we'll try this game. I don't know if this is going to work as another anti-cheat game. Let's see if Proton 10 can work with this. The moment of truth. It's installing easy anti-cheat EOS. Running install script easy anti-cheat service. So now it's installing an easy anti-cheat service. Microsoft VC redistributable. It's installing Microsoft DirectX. Installing all this stuff. Okay. Vulkan shaders compiling. Here we go. Processing Vulkan shaders. Man, through the magic of Vulkan, this is working really well. Remember, Vulkan came from Mantle, which was from AMD. AMD and DICE are the originators of Vulkan. So this is the reason why this is why Radeon works so good on Linux. Radeon is actually the preferred. Yeah, it's working. Easy anti-cheat's loading up. It's going good. Wow. All right. All right. Bandai Namco. You know what time it is when you see that From Software. Oh, what? It's working? Logging into game server on Linux? What? Resolution. Doesn't know what resolution it is. We'll just ignore that. Quality settings, high. Advanced settings, high. We'll just run with it. We'll just run with it. Just go with it. Just go with it. You don't need to know what resolution it is. Alright, let's go. We don't need to know the resolution. Just go. Just go. I can tell it's 4K because it's really crispy. But okay, here we are. Oh man. Elden Ring Nightreign. What? At 4K. 60 frames per second in Nightreign? What? Oh wait, she's trying to do that thing. Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa! Oh man! Okay, hold on. I don't know about this. I can't believe this is running this good on such old computer hardware.
I am always ready to fight. No matter how towering the beast we face, stand your ground and raise.
The Intel Arc V70 can't do this either? And that's on Windows! This is on Linux. Oh man. Okay, it does. You can see it's going to 55. It does go to 55. Hold on, let me see if I can fix that. This is 4K. Hold on, how do we fix this resolution though? Hold on, I got an idea. 14. Wait, why is why is 4K not listed? Even though I know it's running at 4K right now. I'm afraid I'm gonna mess something up with the game if I do this. Hold on, what if we do borderless windowed? Okay, borderless windowed fixed it. I don't know why that was kind of creepy. Like it was like I don't know what resolution we're playing the game at right now. Okay, but look, now it's 4K. Quality high. Let's try 1440p. Okay. Did that fix it? Because I'm afraid we might be hitting a CPU. Okay, it's 60. It's 60. Well, see. This is 1440p native. High settings. On a 6900 XT. We're using about 8 gigabytes of VRAM. Wow. Oh wait, she'll never survive that fall. Oh no, 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 don't fall off. Oh, pro moves, pro moves. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, practice the dodging. Practice the dodging. She has the best dodge in the game. She has the somersault. Yeah, that big somersault. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, man. Whoa. Wait, that didn't do anything. Hold on, how did I forgot how to play her combo. Oh, it does it automatically. What? Okay. It does still fall down in FPS a little bit. I can't help but think that that's probably Threadripper more than anything, because I do see like Threadripper is still spreading the game out across the entire 16 cores, which is actually not a good thing.
Must it really be me?
Man, this is really good though. You guys know From Software is not, they don't have the best track record of making their games run well. I mean, they make their games run acceptably good, but they don't care about visual quality that much to an extent. Although they do have good art direction. They have good art direction, but they don't care about the latest and greatest technologies. They don't care about ray tracing. What's weird is Elden Ring had ray tracing. This game doesn't have any ray tracing. And then this game also has no upscaler. There's no upscaler. There's no ray tracing. So you basically just get this is it. This is the game, and then it is what it is.
I fear I may succumb to sleep.
All right, this will be the last game. We're not gonna test any more games. I'm just gonna go into a multiplayer match. Actually, hold on. What was my track record on here? I haven't played this game in a long time. Result history. Final day, beating the final bosses. When did I beat that Dreadlord guy? Oh, that's right. Did they ever add the final? Did they add hard mode Night Everdarks for the final boss? They never did. So these guys are on rotation. I'm just gonna, I don't know, let's just queue up for... Let's just queue up for Deep of Night and see what happens. We're gonna do a full multiplayer session on Linux. This is really good. I can't believe, like, Easy Anti-Cheat is working with the Proton 10 on this game. Uh-oh. That ruined everything. Wait, what? Why did it not work? Unable to start online mode. Unable to restore current session due to lack of internet connectivity? The internet's still working, right? Yeah. Starting an offline mode, cancel current session may result in temporary restriction on multiplayer. So, okay, maybe there is a problem with anti-cheat. Unable to restore current session due to a multiplayer issue. A penalty was incurred as there is evidence to suggest that an exploit that affects other players has been... Okay. Well, apparently that doesn't work then. So, easy anti-cheat doesn't work with Nightreign. So you basically only get single player then. Alright, well, the game runs well. It's good to see that it actually runs, like a From Software game runs, like a modern From Software game runs well. Now, obviously, the anti-cheat doesn't work. That was obviously a problem with the anti-cheat. But the game runs, so that's fine. So we won't be able to show a multiplayer session, but that should do it for testing. I don't even know how many games we tested. I tested more than I initially wanted to. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I tested 10 games. All of them work, but there are caveats. One, easy anti-cheat doesn't seem to work properly. It's very game specific, so this one doesn't work. And Crimson Desert doesn't work. But other than that, I would say that gaming on Linux is a decent alternative to Windows. There are a lot of caveats, though, that you have to be aware of. Especially if you're playing multiplayer games, it seems. But anyway. That's gonna do it. We will be doing, the next time we do a live stream for gaming, it will be on the D2, but I'm happy that I got to test Linux. I got it updated, everything works. Now, it's Ubuntu, and I'm surprised because everyone kept telling me, no, you need a better distro, but this one seems to work fine. There wasn't really anything challenging that I had to do to get it working. Everything works. My stream software works fine. In some ways, it's actually better than it is on Windows, which is very surprising. And then I got a task manager equivalent, so now I have a task manager-like functionality. The one thing that it doesn't have an identical equivalent to Paint. It does have some alternatives to Paint, but I tested a couple of them this afternoon. I didn't really like them compared to Paint, but I'm so used to Microsoft Windows Paint that I'll have to do more research on that. Arch distros have better access to scheduler and better memory handling. Okay, yeah, this is definitely feels like it's very server. This build, Ubuntu, feels very server grade. It spreads everything out evenly on the CPU, which is not really the best thing for gaming. But the games run fine. They could run better, but they run fine, considering how old the hardware is. Everything seems to run really well. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this look at gaming on Ubuntu LTS 24.04 with Proton on Steam and a bunch of modern games. We may do another one of these with Linux in the future. I might focus on more older games, because the newer games, all these games, I was thinking, okay, like newer games, these are more bleeding edge games. Is there going to be a lot of problems? Really, Crimson Desert was like the one game that didn't really work reliably. Using Proton hotfix, and it can still cause memory leaks. But otherwise, everything else worked. Your old third computer does not work well in Windows 11. You may need to download Ubuntu and still use the 2018 computer. Yeah, this computer, the GPU is from late 2020, and the CPU is from 2018. So this is a pretty old computer. Linux is good, guys. There's no reason to be scared of it. All these people that are scared of Linux, and my ancient Threadripper managed to do a lot today. This is the original packaging. Look at that. This is how AMD used to go hardcore on the packaging for these CPUs back in the day. Anyway, that's going to be it for this stream. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I will see you guys on the next episode of Tech Thursdays. Until then, take care, and I'll see you then. Thanks.